So you are back, hearable and visible to the people if everything works correctly. So let's test if people can see us right now. It says it
Okay,
started.
now I can. Now I'm back.
Can you try to refresh? Nee, Bert. I can see some people are trickling in again. For you guys, Shannon, yeah, Shannon is it? Shannon? If you refresh the stream, does it work for you guys?
Yeah, I have it here.
And can you hear me as well?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I can hear myself now. Yep. So that works again. So, well, this is a fresh restart then. So I think Bert can join me again. Oh, you're gonna watch? Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do it on my own. So welcome back again. I'm sorry for the technical issues here. As you might know, normally I stream from home where the internet is almighty and powerful. And now I'm in Holland, and yeah, I don't know what they do here, but I think their windmills or something is broken because it doesn't work anymore. But let's try again. So we were at practice, huh? And he said he's from Australia. What's pretty damn logical. What part of Australia are you talking about, practice?
Put on the spot. Well, the Sunshine State, as we call it down here, Queensland.
Queensland.
Southeast Brisbane area. We're all Brisbane based generally.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I play, I'm generally either I'm the flag runner, as most people would say down here. I'm more center of the field.
And and do you play with like a M4 or a handgun?
Currently, it's I guess you could say it's a variant of an M4, which is in the stages of, I'm not going to be using that anymore. I'm going to be switching over to a different gun, which is in the stages of being made, but I'll just keep that secret for now.
Okay.
Because it's not done yet. We got to keep it on the down low, you know.
Ah, you keep secrets there in Australia. That's weird. Okay.
We try to, at least.
Let's move over to Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, there we go. On the spot. How you going? I basically play. Actually, I should say where I come from. So I'm from the same spot, Brisbane, Southeast Queensland. Definitely, a nice sunny state for us. But position on court, I play in the back box. So I'm a shooter. Run like an M4, custom M4. Drop down stock, and try and cover the team as they're running up.
All right. And next one is Schleek.
Hey, I'm actually not originally from Australia. I was born in Canada, but I've spent a lot of time here now. But yeah, I also live in Brisbane as well, just around the corner from the rest of the team. On the court, I play a flag runner as well. I like to play pretty low to the ground. I'm not actually that great at shooting, so I get in nice and close and hopefully I don't miss.
Is there a reason why you're not great at shooting?
Yeah, no, just like to get in close, I guess.
Okay. Schleek, I have a question because there's no one from Australia listening. So, how do you like Australia? Honestly,
I love Australia.
Okay.
It's definitely a bit hot, that's for sure. It's quite tropical here.
Okay.
But I do miss the snow from time to time. But there's great company down here, some great folks.
We got someone who misses the snow. That's As a Canadian, I can imagine, missing snow. Yeah, indeed. We're like in Europe. In Europe, we're all like, nah, we don't want snow. We don't want any snow. We want to be more like Australia, have more sun.
Yeah, well, look, I understand. I mean, no one likes shoveling the driveway in the morning on the way to work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then next.
No, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Did you? Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, I use a
nah.
ARP9 if you're curious.
I wanted to hop on to the next person here, and
Sure.
that's going to be Baggins. Baggins, welcome.
Hello. My name's Jen. I get called Baggins because I'm a midget. Self-proclaimed by my brother.
Okay.
I run a SLR and I'm in between positions at the moment. So usually I'm a shooter, but I'm starting to move forward a bit more. And I am the A-side captain. So Cody's our B captain, and then I've got the A team.
So there's 2 teams in OutKast then.
Yeah, it's 2 teams in OutKast, and we're all pretty much Brisbane based, except for one of our players, and we've got about 10 people for the whole squad.
Okay, so yeah, so that's just enough to make 2 teams then.
Yeah.
Yep. Must be hard then, because I know from here, like when we have team like Second to None, for example, and Legion as well. And we have Magflip as well, Reapers. They all have 2 teams, and they have like 15 people, and it's still hard with 15 people to get 2 teams playing. So yeah, I can imagine.
It's definitely hard shuffling everyone's schedules.
Yeah. So Mark is making it easy or hard on you guys by doing those events, like.
No, he's doing pretty good. He's doing pretty good, yeah. Gives us plenty of warning, like we know at the beginning of the year when the games are, so we can try to plan around it as best we can.
Yeah, but then COVID hits you. Kaboom.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
right in a kisser.
Even then, it's still incredibly structured. You know, we knew what we were doing the entire time. Made it very easy for us to get right back into it.
Yeah. You played last Sunday, am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So last Sunday, how did it go for you?
That's a good question.
Yeah, pretty good. Our B team, I think they placed around 5th. On Sunday, they did really good, pushing up the field, sweeping around the sides. We were sort of trying to work out new positioning in our team. So Brody, Jared, and Carl were really good in their positions. It was just working on like myself and another player on our team, just trying to get us to push forward a bit better.
All right. And so they placed 5th, and then the A team placed higher or lower?
Lower. I think we placed about 10th.
I saw. That's
11th.
why I asked.
Yeah.
So we should change the names then. A and B should be switched around.
Yeah.
All right.
No need for that.
I could see a question here from.
First of all, before we go further, I mean, I think Mark needs an introduction too, because there are people from Europe who are watching. So
they see Mark every week.
Mark, introduce yourself, my friend.
They might not watch the podcast. I'm Mark. I'm the host of Speedsoft Australia, giving these guys a platform to compete on and introduce them to the wonderful world of Speed QB and working our way towards getting accepted onto the global roster.
All right.
That's Mark.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for promoting us too.
Of course.
Thanks for welcoming us into the community, and it's really good to work with you guys.
Yeah. We need to help everyone we can, man. If it's a little bit of exposure, it's good. We had a question in the chat. I don't know from who it is, but it was like, because I could see in the videos you're playing on a basketball court floor, and with the gel blasters, does it get slippery at all?
Look, after it builds up, after like, I don't know, maybe 5-10 games, it does get a little bit, I guess, more slippery. But they are really on that in terms of like sweeping it off on the breakout and where it gets clogged up. I've always been able to kick off really fast and not have it been an issue at all.
So it's not quite an issue then.
No, not too much. They're really on it. It's Mark's team. Yeah, they're really effective.
Yeah, I can tell you when it's plastic BB gun balls, it slips.
Yeah.
When you don't, when you don't clean it, because we play a game and in between games or after 2 or 3 games, we blow the field, try to get rid of as much BBs as possible. Or
that was before, rounds. You're not talking about games, rounds. We blow the BBs away from rounds, but on the turf it's much better than it was on concrete.
On the concrete,
that's much better there. Hey guys, but who's actually the founder of OutKast, and how did the name OutKast came there? To who belongs this question?
That would be me. My daughter, she was her partner played in like a bit of a speed QB comp, and he brought it back to us, and we went, yeah, that's us. We're very competitive. So then we jumped on the bandwagon and grabbed everybody that we knew. So Brack is my son, Fractaz is my nephew, Jennifer is my daughter. Plus I've got son-in-laws and they're playing the teams as well. And then we've got friends that were next to Cody, so we grabbed them, and we got Cody, which was friends with them. So it's a pretty family-orientated team.
Wow, yeah. It's great to hear.
So and OutKast, why the name OutKast, guys?
You don't know?
I know, but I just want to hear from them.
Okay.
Oh, who wants to answer that one?
Let's go with, I'm just picking a name, the one who's speaking a lot and can't see in the evening. Let's go for Fractaz then.
I saw that coming a mile away. What was the question again? Sorry.
The question was why the name OutKast, and why the name OutKast?
Well, I guess. Well, the term OutKast is we're separate from the group, but instead of saying that we're separate from every other team, we just like to play our own style of speed QB instead of trying to follow the generic way.
So
we just trailblazers in a way.
Are you aggressive team or offensive or defensive team?
Currently, we're just working on a bit of everything, really. So I'd say when we first played, we were very aggressive at the time due to how everything was, just something new. Because of the previous games we were playing, we played that in a very fast-paced, aggressive manner. But now I'd say we've kind of adapting to adjust to more of a neutral side at the moment.
I saw the video from last week where you play, and actually it starts looking like the field that we're playing over here. It looks really good. So what do you guys think about the new layout and the new rules in the Speed QB from this year, 2020? Oh yeah, I have to.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, go ahead, Jen.
Go ahead, Jen. Miyagi.
Oh, you're calling 2 names now. Okay.
Go on then.
No worries. Who answers? Just answer.
You didn't.
Who's going?
The question was.
I tribute Baggins.
Oh, thank you, Jared. No, the rules coming into the season have been really good. And I think evolving with each game, like if something didn't go the way it should have gone, Mark's been really good jumping on and helping reestablish those rules for us so that we can just get everybody on the same playing field. It's been pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you guys find the change in the point system from how it was when we began to now 25 points for the first flag and a bonus 25 for maintaining that flag grab and getting the flag?
Yeah, it's definitely changed the way we play. Like whereas before it wouldn't really matter if you got that first flag grab or the final flag, but now that you have to get both to get the bonus points, like you really want to try and steal that first flag just so the other team aren't maxing out on points ahead of you.
Yeah, it's definitely changed the game style from, I guess, more of a rush style to a lot more tactical in how we acquire the flag, how we, I guess, finish the game as well. and I think it's made for a lot more interesting matches to watch as well.
What do you think about the flag hanging now, the grab?
Love it, fantastic.
Only you tall people.
So
no, I think that's a fantastic addition to the course.
Good. Yeah. What I like is that that Mark completely took the European rules and used them in Australia, and they work over here. To be honest, Australia was the first one who played with the completely new rules, because in March, when we wanted to start that, COVID came over. So actually last week you were the first the first ones to play by the new rules. So next week they are going to play with the new rules over here. So
we've actually had 2 rounds under our belt now with the new point system, because you got shut down just before you went to implement it, and we got to slide one in. So
you slid one in there.
That's it. Now we're even.
Well, they live in the future, so they must be first.
That's right.
Hey guys, I always want to go personal, and but I think the most thing over here is, like, a lot of people in Australia already know this, so we stream this for the Australian people, but you have to understand us a little bit. There is a big difference between the way of playing in Australia and the way of playing in Europe. We play with BBs and you play with gel blasters, and a lot of people have no idea where you're playing with. So I know it's Twitch, but just explain and let's see, because they are really jelly balls, and for us it's like we know technically how it works. Like we have an engine, we have an hop up, we have everything, and hard BBs is blowing out, and so everything that we think is okay, but when it's jelly, it's exploding in the gun or something like that. So give us an example, because a lot of people don't understand. Just a 5-minute technical.
5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's pretty similar. It is quite similar in design. The magazine's obviously a little bit different as well, because it's got to contain these little gel balls. They actually get quite hard now. Some of the best ones are significantly hard. They're quite hard to even break with your hand, but they're a little bit bigger than an airsoft BB, and I think they weigh a bit different as well. I know you guys can get a spread of different weights of BBs, but these ones are pretty much roughly the same weight each one, and they feed up through the magazine, very similar, I guess, to how your BBs would load, but there's a little electric motor that drives them all up in there. And once it goes in to, I guess, what we would call the T-piece, or where you would put your hop up, it just sort of slides right there into the chamber, and I'm sure you're all familiar with the mechanism that shoots it and pushes it through the barrel. And then as it comes out the barrel, we actually put our hop up on the end, and that gives pretty much the same effect that your hop up's doing, but it applies it to that gel bullet.
Okay, so the gel bullet, like in size wise, because here we have 6mm. How big is a gel ball?
There's a pack right there.
Yeah, I got the tub.
But is it like 8mm or is it like 10 or?
About 7 mils.
Oh, 7.
Like,
okay,
it's probably
so
really
it's
hard to
1
see,
different.
especially being
Maybe
clear.
Like 7.2mm, and then you can, some different gel balls will have slightly different sizes as well.
Okay, so but the weight overall stays consistent over every gel ball you buy.
Yeah, relatively consistent, pretty consistent.
Okay. Yeah, we have different weights here, as you might know. We go from 0-20 grams up to 42.
Right.
So and the heavier BBs, the straighter they fly, they say, but
yeah, but the Speaker B we only use 0.25. So and traces. So but traces is not on this moment. It's not possible to play in with gel blasters. But is the future going to change for that? Are you going to get traces?
Yeah, they do have the tracer gel ball, but it's not nearly as effective as your BB tracer units or tracer rounds.
Okay.
And the tracer, I'm not sure if it comes down. I'm pretty sure it comes down to just the gel itself and the gel bullet. doesn't illuminate as well as the BB. But we do have the tracer unit, and we also have tracer magazines. I don't know if you have tracer magazines where it illuminates the round.
Yeah, but it's not used. It's not used that much.
Not really popular.
Yesterday, I posted a picture of Baggins on SpeedQB on the SpeedQB page, and people were going nuts because they were asking, "How did you get that purple BB coming out?" And yeah, it's Photoshop.
It was
obviously.
definitely photoshopped.
Yeah.
Definitely photoshopped.
But,
my mask is purple, and the tip of my barrel is like a rose gold. So the photographer that Mark helped set us up with, when he photoshopped it, he sort of followed the purple theme with the jersey, the mask, and the barrel.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a great picture.
Before we go to our questions, are there questions on the...
Yeah, so Mark, this one's for Mark from Daniel. Where do you see Aussies on the world scale? Are we competitive? He asks.
Wow,
that's a good
you're
question.
asking the tough questions.
That's from an Aussie to an Aussie? Is that from an Aussie to an Aussie?
Yeah, he's from Australia.
I think our teams are quite new to the format, so we have to do our due diligence. But I think that a few of our teams could be really competitive if they were put on the world platform. So I know that there are a few teams that intend on making the trip as soon as possible over to you guys, and I think they'll be able to run with the best of them, to be honest.
Oh, to be honest, if you...
Like I said, they still have to do some time. I think it's really good for them that we have sort of unified that field layout to really stamp this as a global competition where they are getting their practice and their time up their sleeve here. But if they come to you, whilst it's the home field, so to speak, for SpeedQB, they would slide in quite quickly, and they would feel at home themselves because they're getting an opportunity here to play on very much the same sort of field layout. So there are some skills that people have to learn that can only come with time, and like anything, repetition and picking up those skills as they go along. But they've really slid into this, so that they're not new to skirmish, they're new to this format, and they've really taken it and run with it really quickly.
I have to be honest, I like the way you talk about the sport. I mean, we're just busy for 5 minutes or 10 minutes talk, and you're already in the tacticals and how the guys are talking about how you adapt the new field, how you adapt that. And I think the sport is so young everywhere. I mean, where as long as it's the US, and for the rest, for us, it's young too. I mean, a lot of people forget that we're just 1 year old over here in Europe. I mean, it's in May, it was 1 year. So it's for all the countries like Australia, New Zealand, Japan, for everybody is a young sport. So it's a hard question.
We're only about 4 months behind you, to be honest. Since we did our first introduction of the format here, I think we're only about 4 months behind you. I don't want to be too hard on our guys whilst we're just starting to get some recognition.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
How to play for a little while.
That's what I want to say. I mean, it's for everybody. I think everybody is young. So I think internationally, I think that every continental or every country is on a level that we can't speak. Maybe America is a little bit more further, but we know what we see in Europe. But to be honest, we cannot judge about those things because we never saw live guys from Japan or live Australia.
But to be honest, there may be an element of our guys have had the opportunity to watch your live streams, and there may be an element of star factor, or they've looked up to these guys that have had the platform before us, and you guys have set the standard and had the content out there. But in reality, when you understand the view of it from sort of behind the curtain, I think they're performing in very much a similar way.
Of course, and I agree. So to give an answer on the question, I think it's a question that you have to ask in a year or two. I think that's more fair. That's my vision.
It's also a question because Mark is like the organizer, so it's a difficult question for him because he represents the whole league actually. And then when you ask the question, for example, to OutKast today, and if I say to Brody, I say, Brody, are you competitive?
Oh, I can tell you, I definitely am.
See, so that's a different answer. You know what I mean? So that's what we like to hear, because I think everyone who plays Speed QB is competitive.
It has to be competitive.
It has to be competitive.
Have to be. I mean, this is what I think. I mean, this is a discussion we always have every week. But come on, guys, we try to make this a sport. So competitive is something that you need. That it drives it, and it drives the whole sport to get there. If you all got people running around that I do it just for fun, I mean, there's no sport anymore. I mean, and that's what we,
You should see the competitiveness.
Then we're going to do a speak-a-bee skirm.
You should
it's
see
like feet, weapon, and then they walk slowly.
Yeah. You should see the competitiveness in Friday night bingos.
Yeah.
It's not a sport, but they go hard, don't they? So
I have to.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's guys, to go a little bit personal. You play a lot, and Brad, who's your personal nemesis, my friend?
What, in the Speak QB?
Yeah. Not in real life. I mean, in the Speak QB, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Any other team? Don't like to lose.
I mean the personal, the personal guy, the guy where you always have against you in the fields where you say, oh man, that man is making actually my day hard, and it's hard to play against, and he knows my tricks, he knows that. Who's your nemesis?
I know what answer Van was looking for, actually. Sorry, I just interrupted.
No, I was.
Yeah. I'll say probably the two top teams at the moment, I reckon, that are on top of the leader, probably be Aussies and DMG.
Yeah.
They get around pretty well. It's hard to pick them off sometimes.
But there's not like an individual player of that team that.
They need a whole team to take me down.
Okay, but I want to know what is your personal nemesis. But okay, let's go for practice. Who's your personal nemesis?
Ooh, all right.
Oh, it looked like he fell asleep there. Couldn't see it.
That's why I've got the glasses on.
Hey.
Let's see, my personal nemesis.
This is a hard question for some people.
Can I say myself?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, try to put the glasses off. I think it would be much easier. It's much easier to that. But is that because your guys are all polite and say, well, actually it's everybody. There has to be a player where you play against, like you as a runner. To be honest, practice. You know, there are guys. They know you. They know your route. They know how you run, and always that person. 7 out of the 10, he's got you, or something like that. You don't have a person like that who knows you, who actually takes you out the most times of the games?
It's really hard to really pick a nemesis at this point in stage due to the very few games we've actually got under.
Yeah.
So we've really only versed every team once at this current point in time.
Okay. So is this question for everybody hard, or can I go on with this question?
Just go for Baggins because she has an answer.
I got a few nemises.
Sorry? Okay, Baggins.
Yeah, I reckon I could pick out like 3.
Oh, you got 3. Okay, let's name them because maybe they are listening.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Who do we want to start off with? Let's go Trick from Damage. I haven't played against him in a little bit, but he always puts up a really hard fight. He's really tight on the corners, and he can really zing you with his flashlight. That's always I don't know, if he catches you off guard, you're in a lot of trouble. And he's going to come down fast. That's one. Let's go Chris from Carnage, or even Reaper from Carnage. Both those guys are very fast. They really push the limits, especially last tournament. They're really out quick. They make me run as fast as I possibly can. So whenever I play against those guys, it's definitely a hard run. And let's go for the third nemesis. All of Defiance team, I'd probably say all of both Defiance A and B. Those guys are both really tactical, and it's definitely scary to play against them, at least for me.
You have one, Baggins?
Yeah, I got one. She's not so much a nemesis. She just she gets really low and hugs all the barriers. Like I've never seen someone get so low and all these obstacles. Shorty from Carnage. I think her actual name's Erin, but yeah, she just doesn't matter where she is. You never see her popping up over the barriers. Like she just gets down low. So my goals.
What we notice here, she said she. Because women, they are so nasty towards each other, so she picks a she. That's good.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to hear your answer. Mr. Miyagi, do you have any nemesis?
Nah, not really. It's pretty hard as the shooters boss up the back. All the teams kind of really play well together. But I would pick one, which would be from Aussies, which would be Reese, which is what's his tag thing for COD? What's his name? Victus?
Vitrix.
Vitrix.
Okay.
So he gets up down the snake. He can cause a few hassles. I've seen him cause a few hassles for Cody a few times. So it's a good battle watching those two go out. So he would be one that I kind of look at.
All right. And then we have a question from Daniel from the chat as well. OutKast, how do you all train? So what like I can imagine like it's like a normal day, but you just go training. So, but how's your answer? Let's go for Mr. Miyagi as well.
We all go to the pub. We get together, we train. Cody has a bit of a course in his backyard, so we do a bit of training there. We go to a couple of places like Tack Edge, Hardcore, set up our days and do some training there. That's what we pretty well do at the moment.
Okay. Bert, can you take the mouse, put it here, and I can do it. Bert is working behind the scenes at the moment, so he's gonna make some noise and maybe build some cables. Yeah. So that was one question. What's the FPS limit on the gel balls? This is from McSwain from Legion, the UK team here.
Well, currently it's 350 FPS.
350 FPS. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's decent. Yeah, thank you.
You can go to some fields around though that have an unlimited FPS rating.
Unlimited?
Yeah.
So that means
you certainly get marked up. Though,
that means
right?
You can kill someone.
Well, the gel, it doesn't hurt as much, right? So because it bursts on impact, it doesn't have a penetration.
Ah, okay, yeah. So because here, well, in Holland we have strict rules about that, and we never heard of unlimited. Yeah, in the backyard at your home. When you try to shoot your neighbor or something, but unlimited is like, yeah, when we get a hit with that BB gun on like let's say 500 FPS, you're not gonna be happy.
No, I can imagine not. Yeah. 500 FPS is very fast.
Domino does a shout.
Anyone push a blaster up that high, but I've seen gels being pushed into the 400.
It's very hard.
I've seen a 500 yet.
Yeah, we have like normal M4s and stuff like that. Like they're like 350, and then we have the DMR style that shoots 2 seconds delay. They can go up to 450, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
But there's special rules about that, and that's something different each country has, of course. I can imagine. Guys, I got some pictures lined up for you.
Cool.
I took some team pictures because not everyone did have their Instagram publicly, so I had to look around. So, but took this picture. I don't know if you can see it properly. I took it because it's edited, and of course with the purple and the pink in there. Where is it taken, actually?
Cool picture, buddy.
It was at a Speedsoft comp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were spectating. I took the picture, and then Carl, Mr. Miyagi, did the editing, and we posted it up on the team page.
Yeah.
So these two names are responsible for your content, guys. So it's you, Baggins, and Mr. Miyagi.
Practice.
Damn, must be the sunglasses, eh? Just standing out too much.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I could definitely see us being here well and truly longer than 3-5 years. As long as my knees will still keep me going, I'll keep running.
All right. And
So,
what about you, Baggins? How do you see the future of OutKast?
Yeah, no, like I definitely see it going ahead in the future. I mean, like it's definitely a sport that when my boys grow up, I'd like them to join in and play as well. My partner plays too, so it's sort of just a family thing. So as long as everyone's still pushing hard, like we're all going to keep going as hard as we can.
Mm-hmm. All right, that sounds good. Yeah. So there is a future ready already, as you can see, yeah, because you're a family orientated team, and as you said, you have children, a partner, so everyone's invested in there. So that actually makes sure of a future, you know. It makes sure of it. Let me check here because people saying stream drop out for anyone. Yes, I see people saying yes. So I'm gonna ask the question: is the stream still going? For can you guys maybe check? I can see people still chatting though, so but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's still working.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they might just have to refresh it.
Yeah, refresh, boys, refresh. So, damn, I lost my. Oh yeah, I remember again. Schleek. So I don't know how long you're gonna stay in Australia or you're gonna keep living there, but how do you see OutKast in 3 to 5 years?
I'll definitely still be here for sure. I just bought a house right next to these guys, so I'm invested fully.
Yeah, you can't get out anymore now.
No, I'm in now. But yeah, 3 to 5 years, I definitely see it as I guess more than just a sport and a hobby. It's something that brings like all our families together, something to really get excited for on a lot of different levels, everything from the competition just to having fun, going out to play, and even from I guess a technical point of view, I also like fiddling around with all this stuff as well. So 3 to 5 years, I hope we just growing in numbers, getting stronger, and hopefully traveling, not just in Australia but outside Australia to compete around the world, wherever will have us really.
Yeah, I think that's a good answer, and I think it's a dream for all of the teams actually here as well. Yeah. They all want to go and have a look in Australia, Japan, and America. We had Legion visiting America already.
But a lot of people actually want to come over to Australia and feel the scene over there. I mean, if you ask the question to the people over here, a lot of people say Australia. We want to try out Australia because Australia is.
I don't play, and I want to try out Australia.
Yeah, I don't play. So it's. I think that's something for everybody. And to be honest, as for Speaker B, I think it has to be done every year. That there will be every year a meeting where everybody will do the global or the world championships or the global
something big.
Yeah, something big. We started this year. Let's hope that COVID is not ruining it up. But if it's not, it will definitely be there. But it's yeah, and in now in 5 years, I think it's much bigger, and I think Australia will be growing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. How do you see it, guys? Because let's say you're coming over, and it's a personal question. You're coming over. We take care for the team who's coming over and is playing over here. Is it going to be a big difference for you guys playing with an airsoft gun instead of a gel blaster gun?
It definitely is going to be a period where you'd have to get used to the new equipment. That's for sure. It's kind of hard to say exactly how big the change would be without, I guess, putting it in your hands and starting to do it. But it's definitely something that I think pretty much everyone with a gel blaster is really excited to get their hands on an airsoft rifle or gun. They're so pumped for it. So we would be pretty excited to take it, run, and give it our all straight from the get-go.
Okay. It's that's it's gonna be. If you're coming over, you have to play with the airsoft guns. But as I said, we're taking care for that when you're coming over. But yeah, let's see how far we can get in now in 5 years. So Mark, what is your vision in now in 5 years, my friend?
Oh, in 5 years, well, I'm just taking every step as it comes. But honestly, the big vision is to develop this as a spectator sport and work towards having it broadcast. You know, you're doing your part to present it on the YouTube with live stream. I'd like to see it get picked up and a full production company take it on and really have this supported by the community that like shooter sports, so to speak. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So you want to build it more, like also like it's going to be streamed and it has influence from sponsors and stuff like that.
Honestly, the motive I have behind me, I'd like to see big sponsorship. I sort of see it like I see what's happened with paintball, and I don't see why this can't go down the same path and be broadcast and have big sponsorship.
Yeah, but
worldwide sport and.
Yeah, you're right. But the only thing that we have to do it better than paintball, because paintball is dying over here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. We've got bleachers in our arena, so we have people coming just to watch and support. And then once you get onto the live stream platform, getting your viewers, like I know as a consumer that I used to love just watching the game before we started hosting events.
Yeah.
It's really enjoyable platform to watch. So I just want to see that growth continue within the community around the globe and really embrace it and see it develop even further.
Let's do it, Mark. Let's do it. We don't do blah blah, we do boom boom. You remember?
I remember.
So, hey guys, actually, is you follow the international streams too? I mean, you follow the international teams too? I mean, are there? Do you have a personal favorite or a personal team that you prefer? And
definitely.
Yeah. I'm going to start. Actually, I have to go with the names again.
Yeah, I really like Legion personally.
Yeah. But Max Swain will be happy now. He's going to kiss you next time when you're coming over. I promise you that. So.
Yeah, I've followed Mick Swain for quite a while. I think he's quite a good player actually. If I was to be playing in Speed QB, he'd definitely be a rival. 100%.
He is a good player.
What about you, Brack?
I'll probably say SYG, to be honest.
Yeah. And who's your favorite player there?
I'd say Demo.
Demo,
I reckon he gets around.
Okay.
I like the way he plays everything and that.
Practice?
Well, I only know so many teams. I mean, as Schleeky said, Legion, quite a fan of. SYG, I'm also a fan of. I mean, it's always good to watch them, see how they play. try to adapt it as well as possible, really,
Okay.
to our version of it.
Mr. Miyagi, you have any teams?
Pretty well the same as the boys, same team, just watching that on YouTube, and again, just pretty well adapting what they do, and yeah, that's pretty well it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if Baggins has a different opinion here. Baggins?
Unfortunately not.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, I do like those two teams. Just watching their different like styles of play is really good. My partner and I were watching the last year's final, I think it was the other night, and it was pretty interesting to watch, like how hardcore they go. It was really good.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good to see, and it's also fun to hear that. Yeah, people are watching.
Yeah, that's good. That's why we do it. I mean, it's very important that the content stays alive.
I always thought no one was watching, by the way.
No. No. A lot of people watching later. So, your season, it starts actually. To be honest, your season it's starting now because it's unbelievable. This morning I had a talk with Mark, our morning, and he was sitting there really with like an Eskimo, and I said, "Are you cold?" "Yeah, man, it's winter over here. It's in the evening. It's 16 degrees." You know, it's over day. We are in summer. It's 18 degrees. 18. So but the season starts now, though, or is it the end now for you guys?
They all have to think about it, though.
Yeah.
There is a season or not? There is a season.
I know
Mark.
where we're at.
Yeah,
I can answer.
Well, we wait, Jen. I think that was your one. You know what's going on.
Yeah, so we played we played round 1 back in February, which we just finished last weekend. So we've still got a comp each month coming up with 2 games in November and our final being the 28th of November.
Okay.
So it should be good. Yeah.
It's what was your rank last year?
It wasn't ranked last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
That was just all exhibition.
Yeah.
But this year is for real or not? This year is this
Yeah.
year will be ranked. Okay. What is your rank on this moment?
Well, 5th.
5th?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our teams is 5th, I think, at the moment, and the other 10th,
Okay.
I think.
So
Yeah.
So there's a lot to work on the next coming months then.
Yes.
A lot of train. Do you do training, guys? Do you do training? Do you train?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as we can.
Okay. But
Yeah.
is it really training, or is it just coming together and just play some speed QB, or is it really training? Block 2 hours and train over there just to get the team better?
It's kind of like 50-50. It's been a bit harder during the restrictions to get it as serious, if that makes sense. But now with everything coming back, you know, we try and send our players from our team out to all kinds of fields to train with other teams, from training speed QB to just having fun. Just especially if we got new players, getting them out just to have a run on the field with other fellas to get the experience is pretty important. But we definitely value training specifically for speed QB and in a speed QB environment as well.
Okay.
I think it's also now because they just played on Sunday. They played, so now their energy is back up again to play more. You know what I mean? It gets
oh, we have that too. I mean, it's over here. That COVID didn't make things good, to be honest. I mean, a lot of people went out for 4 months or 3 or 4 months, and we really feel that it's stiff and it's like the people's
motivation.
Yeah, another motivation. Yeah, there are teams who are motivated, but it's just like it's you know, when you not get connected, stay connected to it, it's going a little bit down. And
yeah, 100%.
And I think we have to bring that thing back up there, and
they have to play again, and then they will get ignited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. But from the other side, I think, okay, what can we expect next week? I mean, we're starting next week again, and but it's a welcome back tournament. But it's going to be so different, I think. And I heard from Mark that it was some hiccups, little hiccups for the start now in this moment too. This COVID, I hope it's really gone too, so we can stay focused for 9 months in a year playing SpeakyB. That's the thing that we have to do. But yeah,
it won't take anyone long to land on their feet, Brad. I think with the break, so you have a system with how your day runs, and I think just on the first day back after such a break, it'll take a few games before the teams fall back into that rhythm of this is how the day runs, getting onto the field, and then as your first event goes, they'll just fall straight back into it and land on their feet running. You know?
That's it. That's it. So what do you expect this year, Team OutKast? So now is number 5 and number 10. So Team B is number 5, I expect, and number A is 10. So what is going to be the end in our 28th of November? Where are you then?
It'd be a bit of a hard fight, but I think we're going to definitely try to push both teams up as high as we can, at least to the top 3. It's bold, but I think we'd want to at least move to that position.
So if you have now a few questions, just random questions, yeah. And I'm not saying any names. Who wants to answer can answer. Aussie Elite or Carnage Company. As a competitor, who do you prefer
as a competitor?
To play? Yeah, how do you play? Who do you prefer to play to?
Carnage Company right now. Those guys have been on a really they've been on the up for the last 6 months. They're constantly improving, and every time I see them, they raise the bar. So I'd love to get back out in the field then anytime, as I know something new would be coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris plays for Carnage Company, yeah.
Chris,
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But they have to do something right now because they lost. They didn't that well in the online session.
Oh
so
yeah.
they have to take some revenge over there. So, and okay, guys.
He's making up the question.
Yeah, I'm just making it up. I'm trying, but it's hard now because I'm not on my own spot.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know anymore. It's gone. It's gone. I'm over there.
I got one for Fractus though. Spaghetti or fries?
What a what? Fries?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Spaghetti or fries?
Spaghetti or fries?
Oh, spaghetti. Oh, I thought you said Bugatti. I'm like, the car? I'm like, I'll choose that. Oh, okay. So, you don't have to go spaghetti. Oh, yeah, we'll go spaghetti for sure.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, guys.
I'm a pasta fan.
Yeah? Okay.
And then
yeah, I'm all for the pasta.
That's good. Me too. But it's like now I heard that in Australia a lot of HBA is coming in. So next question: AEG or HBA?
AEG.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll agree with AEG.
All agree AEG. Okay. Why?
At the present moment.
Any reason why?
I look right now. I think because I guess I've had a look at a few of the HPA systems now. I haven't actually played a match with one, but I've had a look and a play, and I've played against people with them, and they definitely are quite impressive. But they weren't any deciding factor that won the match necessarily. And I definitely saw a lot of AEG guns still compete, which would seem to me on par with them, and I think would be probably a fraction of the price of the HPA system as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, here in Europe, HPA is.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the biggest part
now, especially in SpeakyB. In SpeakyB, HPA is growing and growing and growing. So, yeah, that's why I want this question, because I know that it's growing now in Australia, and HPA is coming up there. But yeah, the efficiency, to be quick, as now with the Eurotactic grip on there, you don't have any lines anymore, nothing anymore, so you're actually completely free, just as you have with a normal AEG. It's yeah, but it's something that will come. Okay, I have
Oh,
to
yeah.
do something with Siri.
Siri is responding to his voice just randomly.
I think it will be very, very popular here. It's definitely increasing, and certainly as more come in, and as the technology, I guess, adapts to the gel ball, it'll be very, very impressive, very, very top quality gear, and probably we'll switch our answer to HPA at some point.
Okay, all right. So I can see people saying, yeah, the stream is stuck, but the audio is good, they say. But there's nothing much we can do because we have the shitty internets here.
That's it.
So let's see here. Do you guys like, because it's Mr. Miyagi is the dad, and then you have the daughter, there's a son, so do you guys recruit like new people from outside?
Yeah, for sure. That's always looking for new people. Like when we go away and train at some of the other venues, you know, we chat up a few people and we get them on side with us, and you know, they want to jump in, and always open for that.
Yeah.
It's just we've got a big family, and it's always worked out pretty good for us. But for us moving forward, we're always looking at new people and people hitting us up. So you know, it's really good.
Yeah, you need to have younger players coming in and you know, keeping it up, because we all know that happens with every sport. You get older and you love it so much, but then you cannot play it anymore, and when there's no one else to play it, like follows you up, then it's done.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Yeah.
Because I play rugby, and rugby in Belgium is not big as like it is in Australia or New Zealand, and we notice it because we have a team. Let's say 18. We have one team, and then we start the female team, and then we start to notice that we've been doing it for 10 years, and now we're starting to feel like, oh shit, we're not gonna make it. We need new people because it's dying out.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big thing, to get new people in there. Of course, it has to feel right. You know, they have to fit in because you're family orientated as well. So it's a big part of that as well. But it's nice to see behind it, because I didn't know. I knew who they were, but I didn't know you were all so closely connected like that. So.
That's cool. Yeah, but you feel it. It's a good atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
I always like when I watch the online Aussie thing. It's very familiar. How do you say that?
Like familiar. Yeah, familiar.
Yeah, not familiar.
Yeah.
How do you call that? Familiar.
Familiar. God, it's a word I got.
It's a word we got. So it's really you guys going good together. It's very respectful to each other and that kind of things. I mean,
all the teams towards each other are very respectful. They communicate well. There will be some competitive things, of course, like as always. But I mean, like for us, or for me at least, and for you as well. Like if we do the Australian
always
Call of Duty, it's always fun.
It's
always GG, nice, well played, a little bit of jokes and stuff like that.
But you have to take care. On the moment, it's like when people are not going to take it that serious anymore, it's going to be different things. It's not going to be about the sport. It's going to be personal and that thing. And I think we have to beware for that we keep those things out of this sport, because if that's going to happen, it's
the saltiness.
Yeah, then you get the same thing as paintball, and I don't want that. We want to make this big, and we're going to make this big, and we have to. And I think on the field is a very important thing there, that the refs has to make this very clear in the field, and everybody has to know that SpeakyB is one of the best airsoft things in the world, because you don't have to respawn. So just take your fucking hit and go home. So and that's the other thing that we have to take care of, you know, and we all know that. And I know we're on Australian thing and we say the F word a little bit more than you do maybe, but I'm sorry for that. But
no way.
No, they're
Okay.
swearing
No
pirates.
way.
Then it's good. So but I think that's something that it's not on Mark, or it's not on me, it's on the team and on everybody who wants to who has a warm heart for this sport and has everything for that. we have to control it as a complete community and not put it in the in the hands of one or two organizers or that kind of thing.
No. It has to be globally.
Yeah. So good. I think I'm looking forward which Australian teams we're going to see right here in this arena in November. I hope it's going to be you guys. I hope it's going to be. It doesn't matter what, but I want to see an Australian team. Mark already said, well, it will be crazy if not an Australian team will be represented. So it's I'm looking forward to that. So names again.
Oh God.
No.